Someone asked me why our home is not full all the time, and it's not because we haven't been contacted by interested residents who wanted to move in, but it's because we don't take all applicants. Not every resident is a good fit for your home, and you have to be very careful when doing interviews and assessments to make sure that the resident is a good fit for your home. Some of the things you need to consider is your caregivers, your staff, their abilities. Are they able to handle the new resident and the type of complications that resident might have? Do they have the time to be able to take care of an additional person in the condition that that person is in and still be on time with meals and medications and have the home running smoothly and peacefully? And um, are your staff trained to handle the resident's condition? Sometimes you might need additional training, and scheduling the additional training might take time and it might not coincide with when the person would like to move in. So there's various things to consider when it comes to staff. And then you need to consider your other residents. Is the person going to be a good fit for the other residents? Um, if they are not a good fit, like what could be a bad fit could be maybe the client is cognitively impaired, has dementia or something like that, and is violent. They could hit the other residents, or if they're at table with them, they might eat off of their plate and not eat from their own, or they just need to be monitored because they wander into other people's rooms and help themselves to those other residents' stuff. So there are many reasons why a resident might not be a good fit for the other residents. And you want your small home to be a sanctuary, a place of peace and harmony where the residents feel like they're uh, in their own home and it's calm, not chaotic. Obviously, the finances, getting that one additional resident, depending on what they're paying, if they need a lot more care, you might need to add staff. So you have to look at your budget and see whether you're going to break even with that resident if you add more caregivers. Like we always have two caregivers in our home. Whether we have two residents or five residents, we always have two caregivers. And sometimes we will add a caregiver to help at a certain time, let's say meal time or breakfast time to get them ready. We'll add somebody to do like a 4 hour shift in the morning or a 4 hour shift at lunch or at dinner time. So, but some residents might require you to have a full-time third person, which is not a good or bad thing. I'm just saying you need to make sure that your budget accommodates for that additional salaries slash wages. We've also turned down a resident because of their children. The family was not nice. Even when they came to visit, the kinds of questions they were asking, the way they were speaking to the caregivers, it's just they were impolite. And we just thought, like, could we put up with this for months and years to come? So that was a big one. The resident herself seemed pleasant, but her daughter, mm-mm. So definitely the family can make or break whether we take a resident or not. Some other minor things might be the client's needs. Some residents want to go out to like adult daycare, and when they do that, they're on a certain schedule, and that schedule is going to impact your schedule. So if they have a bus that picks them up, maybe the bus picks them up at 8 in the morning. That means they have to be ready, showered, dressed, fed breakfast, and ready, just waiting for the bus. So you have to consider whether that's something that your staff can manage with the other residents to make sure that that person's happy and not neglected, and that they make it every morning or whenever they have to take the bus, that they're on time so that they can go to their next activities. So that's kind of tied in with the staffing.